John Masters, Backer, Blacker, Daddy Macker. I've been doing this chair spinning. When you hear the lover's words, think of them not a mistake. You don't realize these words, the error must be your take. The here and hereafter cannot tame my spirit and soul. Praise God for all the intrigue in my mind that is at stake. I know not who resides within my heart. Though I am silent, he must shake and quake. My heart went through the veil. Play a song, hark my fate. This music I must make, I pay no heed. Worldly affairs I forsake. It is for your beauty, beauty of the world I partake. My heart is on fire. I am restless and awake to the tavern to cure my 100-day heartache. My bleeding heart has left its mark in the temple. You have every right to wash my body in a wine lake. And he's all about, Hafiz is all about getting drunk all the fucking time. In the abode of the Magi I am welcome because the fire that never dies in my heart is awake. What was the song the minstrel played? My life is gone, but breathing I still fake. Within me last night the voice of your love did break. Hafiz's breast still quivers and shakes for your sake. All these poems are written in Persian, Farsi. And so somebody had to translate them and then translate it and rhyme it. I think the rhyme actually takes away from the meaning of the words. It's like, here is this great premise, fear. And like you could take a sentence and then just end it on a word. That is over there in philosophy, cosmopolity, astrology, love. So that was Gazelle 22. The divine truth. I wish I could show you that when you are lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being. But I can't. I have things I got to do, so, good luck with that loneliness when you live in the darkness. That sucks. Even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, you owe me. Which is nice, right? The sun, all that light, never says, hey, earth, what the fuck, all that free sunlight? Give me some money. You owe me for all that free life. Give it, not just electricity, but everything, the whole fucking world. Every living being, everything around you, because of the sun. But it's not a capitalist. The sun is not a capitalist. The sun is a lover who gives love. Even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, you owe me. Look what happens with a love like that. It lights the whole sky. You left me and went on your own. I thought I should mourn for you, but time is short. Youth wanes year after year. The spring days are fugitive. The frail flowers die for nothing. The wise man warns me that life is but a dewdrop on the toad's leaf. Shall I neglect all this to gaze after one who has turned her back on me? That would be rude and foolish, for time is short. You come, and you also, my lover. You know we are mortals. Is it wise to break one's heart for the one who takes her heart away? For time is short. This place where you are right now, God circled on a map. For you. Love wants to reach out and manhandle us, break all our teacup talk of God. If you had the courage and could give the love to his choice, some nights he would just drag you around the room by your hair, ripping from your grip all those toys in the world that bring you no joy. Love sometimes gets tired of speaking sweetly and wants to rip to shreds all your erroneous notions of truth that make you fight within yourself, dear one. And with others causing the world to weep on too many fine days, God wants to manhandle us, lock us up in a tiny room with himself and practice his drop kick. The beloved sometimes wants to do us a great favor. Hold us upside down and shake all the nonsense out. But when we hear he is in such a playful, drunken mood, most everyone I know quickly packs their bags and hightails it out of town. Do not surrender your grief so quickly. Let it cut more deeply. Let it ferment and season you. A few human or divine ingredients can sometimes. Something is missing in my heart tonight that has made my eyes. Hold on. Something is missing in my heart tonight that has made my eyes so soft and my voice so tender and my need of God so absolutely clear. Resist your temptation to lie by speaking of separation from God. Otherwise, we have to medicate you. In the ocean, a lot goes on beneath your eyes. Listen, they have clinics there too for the insane who persist in saying things like, I am independent from the sea. God is not always around, gently pressing against my body. That was so insane. I have no idea. Maybe I'll get something of it when I'm listening to it. I wish I could show you when you are lonely or in darkness the astonishing light of your own being. Because that's true. How small man's deeds, but how great the spirit. How great the soul. How great the light that is in with us. The passion of the Christ, right? The passion. That's how I show passion. Even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, you are me. And look at what happens with a love like that. It lights up the whole sky. So fuck God, let's worship the sun. The sun does a whole bunch. It's the whole point of the winter solstice is that the sun is farther away from us. The tilt of the axis, we don't get all that sunlight. We get a shorter day. Our days are numbered. Literally, our days are numbered. And so today is when the light defeats the darkness. It was getting, days were getting shorter and shorter and shorter. But then, boom, winter solstice. Now the days will get longer and longer and longer. And I assume it'll get warmer and warmer. That was sort of the time frame I had in my head. Was that fall celebrations, winter's coming, winter's coming. Winter is here, right? Today is the first day of winter. But it's unbelievably warm. And perhaps my understanding of the seasons is off. Somebody should tell me if the understanding of my seasons are off. I mean, is it the first day of winter? I thought it was like in the middle of winter. It's the coldest day, supposed to be the coldest day, so therefore it's going to get warmer and warmer. But is the next 3 months supposed to be the coldest, in the middle of fucking February is the coldest day or something? I mean, I'm going to look this up. When is the coldest day? Anyways, so winter solstice. Enough of this banter about science and reality. Let's get back to the ecstatic poetry of Hafiz. All the hemispheres. Actually, I want to look that up right now. I'm going to do it right now. Okay, so the winter solstice. When is the coldest day of the year? Google. Talking out loud. I'm hearing myself say it. I see that I don't really know. There's an uncertainty principle. The Heisenberger uncertainty principle. For some states, the coldest day of the year usually occurs near the start of winter, while for others, it comes near the end. So, the Weather Channel, that seems like a good thing to read. It's all the hemispheres. We've already actually heard all the hemispheres, but it's good because it says, leave the familiar for a while. Let your senses and bodies stretch out like a welcome season onto the meadows and shores and hills. So get out of your element. Get out of your comfort zone. Go to another place. Leave the familiar for a while. Let your senses and bodies stretch out like a welcome season onto the meadows and shores and hills. Open up to the roof. Make a new watermark on your excitement and love. When to expect the coldest day of the year. As winter approaches, much of the United States is beginning to brace for the cold, while some areas have already experienced their coldest day of the year. Okay, so here's a map here. It says, like in California, Washington, Oregon, the coldest day of the year is today. That is the coldest day of the year. But for Kentucky, Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, the coldest day of the year is January 26th. So, there's my answer. So, okay, so the weather and the heat doesn't matter, or it matters somewhat. I mean, if you're on the West Coast, right, today's the coldest day of the year. Oregon, Colorado, they had all that fucking snow. Just now it didn't get over here, I guess because of that polar vortex, right? And so you have 1 month is going to be the coldest day. So just light defeats the darkness. This is the shortest day. Now, I guess the ancients, when the ancients were like looking at the sun, it was the shortest day, and then the days started getting longer. So for daylight, you could do more things with daylight. And that's usually, you know, right, we sleep in the dark and we're up during the day. But we could be up with modern technology all through the night, sleep through the day, right? We could sleep 4 hours in the night, 4 hours in the day. We could do, you know, we're not dependent on the sun. So good for technology, right? Good for being in the new world. That was from NCDC. Leave the familiar for a while. Let your senses and bodies stretch out like a welcome season unto the meadows and shores and hills. Open up to the roof. Make a new watermark on your excitement and love like a blooming night flower. Bestow your vital fragrance of happiness and giving upon our intimate assembly. Change rooms in your mind for a day. All the hemisphere in existence lie beside an equator in your heart. Greet yourself in your 1,000 other forms. As you mount the hidden tide and travel back home, all the hemispheres in heaven are sitting around the fire chatting while stitching themselves together into the great circle inside of you. From the large jug, drink. From the large jug, drink the wine of unity, so that from your heart you can wash away the futility of life's grief. But like this large jug, keep the heart expansive. Why would you want to keep the heart captive like an unopened bottle of wine? With your mouth full of wine, you're selfless and will never boast of your own abilities again. Be like the humble stone at your feet rather than striving to be like a sublime cloud. The more you mix colors of deceit, the more colorless your ragged wet coat will get. Connect the heart to the wine so it has bodied and cut off the neck hypocrisy and piety of this new man. Be like Hafiz. Get up and make an effort. Don't lie around like a bum. He who throws himself at the beloved's feet is like a workhorse and will be rewarded with boundless pastures and eternal rest. So get up and make an effort, love God. I have learned so much. I have learned so much from God that I can no longer call myself a Christian, a Hindu, a Muslim, a Buddhist, a Jew. The truth has shared so much of itself with me that I can no longer call myself a man, a woman, an angel, or even a pure soul. Love has befriended Hafiz so completely it has turned to ash and freed me of every concept and image my mind has ever known. Let thought become your beautiful lover. This is a good one. Let thought become the beautiful woman. Cultivate your mind and heart to that depth. Thought, consciousness. Someone says, you know the love that you feel that you have for me? Why don't you love yourself like that? It blew my fucking mind. Why don't you think you could do this and everything in the world for me? Why don't you love yourself like that? Well, I'm not turned on by myself as much as I am by you. And just your presence, man, just your little hi, would elate me to a whole other atmosphere. But I have had a change of thinking. I used to love women like to the fucking depth, and I feel like they don't like that. They have a workhorse to throw your feet at your beloved, throw yourself at the feet of your beloved. Who would want that? Who would want a lifetime of slavery for no sex? To have sex as a carrot always dangled over your fucking head. That don't sound fucking good. You get no sex, and because you want it, that is used against you forever. And I saw this video of this rabbit fucking this other rabbit. 5 seconds. Jumped on. Boom. Done. And that's the reason why I'm going to be your slave for that fucking 5 second. Fuck that. Fuck that. I mean, I think it would be smarter if men just went gay. Women have a monopoly on love and sex. Not go to the coal mines, not have to fight, just dress pretty and be taken care of. Worshipped like a god, and here's money. Here's all my money. Just take all my things. Fuck, just take my stuff. So, let thought become the beautiful woman. Cultivate your mind and heart to that depth that it can give you everything a warm body can. Why just keep making love with God's child form? When the friend himself is standing before us so open-armed, my dear, let prayer become your beautiful lover and become free. Become free of this whole world like Hafiz. From The Gift, translated by Daniel Ladinsky. School of Truth. Oh, fool, do something so you won't just stand there looking dumb. If you're not traveling and on the road, how can you call yourself a guide? In the School of Truth, one sits at the feet of the Master of Love. So listen, son, so that one day you may be an old father too. Because we all aspire to be old fathers. All this eating and sleeping has made you ignorant and fat. By denying yourself food and sleep, you may still have a chance. No food, no sleep, says Hafiz. Notice if God should shine his love light on your heart, I promise you'll shine brighter than a dozen suns. And I say, wash the tarnished copper of your life from your hands to be love's alchemist. You should be working with gold. Don't sit there thinking, go out and immerse yourself in God's sea. Having only one hair wet with water will not put knowledge in that head. Don't sit there thinking, go out and immerse yourself in God's sea. Having only one hair wet with water will not put knowledge on that head. Knowledge doesn't go through your hair anyways. For those who see only God, their vision is pure and not a doubt remains. Except for they believe in illusions and bullshit, and so therefore they're certain of absolutely nothing. I have faith that there's something out here. I have faith. Oh yeah. For those who see only God, their vision is pure and not a doubt remains. Even if our world is turned upside down and blown over by the wind, if you're doubtless, you won't lose a thing. Did that rhyme? For those who only see God, their vision is pure and not a doubt remains. Even if our world is turned upside down and blown over by the wind, if you are doubtless, you won't lose a thing. So maybe we should be cocky ignorant with our intelligence. Nah, it's about the winter fucking solstice. That's all that it's the winter solstice. That's all that matters. Oh, Hafiz, if it is a union with the beloved that you seek, be the dust at the wise one's door and speak. Laughing at the word two. Look at the word two. Oh. TWO, 3 letters. What's the W for? Two? That's not two, that's two. Only that illuminated one who keeps seducing the formless into form had the charm to win my heart. Only a perfect one who's always laughing at the word two. Can make you know of love. What's only that illumined one who keeps seducing the formless into form had the charm to win my heart. Only a perfect one who is always laughing at the word two can make you know of love. Be selfish? I don't know what that. I know the way you can get. I know the way you can get when you have not had a drink of love. Your face hardens, your sweet muscles cramp. Children become concerned about a strange look that appears in your eyes, which even begins to worry your own mirror and nose. Squirrels and birds sense your sadness and call an important conference in a tall tree. They decide which secret code to chant to help your mind and soul. Even angels fear that brand of madness that arrays itself against the world and throws sharp stones and spears into the innocent and into oneself. Oh, I know the way you can get. If you have not been drinking love, you might rip apart every sentence your friends and teachers say. Looking for hidden clauses, you might weigh every word on a scale like a dead fish. You might pull out a ruler to measure from every angle in your darkness the beautiful dimensions of a heart you once trusted. I know the way you can get if you have not had a drink from love's hands. That is why all the great ones speak of the vital need to keep remembering God, so you will come to know and see Him as being so playful and wanting, just wanting to help. That is why Hafiz says, bring your cup near me, for all I care about is quenching your thirst for freedom. All a sane man can ever care about is giving love. Alright, I'm getting sick. This will be the last one, unless tired of speaking sweetly. Love wants to reach out and manhandle us, break all our teacup talk of God. Okay, that one sounds good. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I've said it before and I'll say it again. It's not my fault that with a broken heart I've gone this way. In front of a mirror, they have put me like a parrot behind the mirror. The teacher tells me what to say. Whether I am perceived as a thorn or a rose, it's the gardener who has fed and nourished me day to day. Oh, friends, don't blame me for this broken heart. Inside me there's a great jewel, and it's the jeweler's shop I go, even though to pious drinking wine is a sin. Don't judge me. I use it as a bleach to wash the color of hypocrisy away. All that laughing and weeping of lovers must be coming from some other place. Here all night I sing with my wine cup and then moan for you all day. If someone were to ask Hafiz, why do you spend all your time sitting in the wine house door to this man, I would say from there standing I could see both the path and the way. Tired of speaking sweetly. Love wants to reach out and manhandle us, break all our teacup talk of God. If you had the courage and could give the beloved his choice some nights, he would just drag you around the room by your hair, ripping from your grip all those toys in the world that bring you no joy. Love sometimes gets tired of speaking sweetly and wants to rip to shreds all your erroneous notions of truth that make you fight within yourself, dear one, and with others, causing the world to weep on too many fun days. God wants to manhandle us, lock us inside a tiny room with himself, and practice his drop kick. What an asshole. God sounds like a fucking asshole. The beloved sometimes wants to do us a great favor, hold us upside down and shake all the nonsense out. But when we hear he is in such a playful, drunken mood, most everyone I know quickly packs their bags and hightails it out of town. So God's a drunken, violent, abusive man? That's what God is? Oh, he's in a playful mood. Get the fuck out. Get out of here. He's in a playful mood. Like the morning breeze, if you bring to the morning good deeds, the rose of our desire will open and bloom. Go forward and make advances down this road of love. In forward motion, the pain is great. To beg at the door of the wine house is a wonderful alchemy. If you practice this, soon you will be converting dust into gold. O heart, if only once you experience the light of purity, like a laughing candle, you can abandon the life you live in your head. But if you're still yearning for cheap wine and a beautiful face, don't go out looking for an enlightened job. Hafiz, if you're listening to this good advice, the road of love and its enrichment are right around the curve. Because I always thought you had to, people, I like you, but, you have no money, resources, we can't go out and do nothing. I don't want to love you to life. I don't want you to do, well, I'm not going to give you love so you, no, I'm not like the sun. Women are not like the sun. Just give you love so you could shine. Bernie Sanders is like the sun. Bernie Sanders has been fighting the good fight for decades. Nobody listened. Nobody give a shit. Then all of a sudden it's like, wait a second. This man is ideologically pure. This man has been saying, hey, Greenspan's going to fuck up the economy. Iraq war is going to be a mess. He predicted those things. He's been fighting the good fight for fucking years. We might have to medicate you. Resist your temptation to lie by speaking of separation from God. Otherwise, we might have to medicate you. Well, you don't believe in God? Well, let's dope you up. In the ocean, a lot goes on beneath your eyes. Listen, they have clinics there, too, for the insane who persist in saying things like, I am independent from the sea. God is not always around, gently pressing against my body. Okay. All right, Hafiz, no more leaving a potted plant. We will never know what those are. No more leaving, no more a potted plant. All right. I pull sun from my coin purse each day, and at night I let my pet, the moon, run freely into the sky meadow. If I whistled, she would turn her head and look at me. If I waved my arms, if I didn't wave my arms, she would come back wagging a marvelous tail of stars. There are always a few men like me in this world who are house sitting for God. We share his royal duties. I water each day a favorite potted plant of his, this earth. Ask a friend for love. Ask him again, for I have learned that every heart will get what it pays for most. At some point, your relationship with God will become like this. Next time you meet him in the forest or on a crowded city street, there won't be anyone leaving. That is, God will protect. No. God will climb into your pocket. He will simply just take yourself alone. God, that's horrible. Like a morning breeze. Like a morning breeze, if you bring to the morning good deeds, the rose of our desire will open and bloom. Go forward and make advances down this road of love in forward motion. The pain is great. To beg at the door of the wine house is a wonderful alchemy. If you practice sin, soon you will be converting dust into gold. Oh, heart, if only once you experience the light of purity like a laughing candle, you abandon the life you live in your head. But if you're still yearning for cheap wine and a beautiful face, don't go out looking for an enlightened job, Hafiz. If you're listening to this good advice, the road of love and its enrichment are right around the curve.